So, gents, we've got a big game tomorrow night. No partying, young Chad. You're going to be watching Chiefs vs Sundowns. Stuart Baxter says it's not a title decider, but it's pretty close to one. It's a 6-pointer, I think.
You know what? It is a title decider because if Chiefs wins, it's a checkmate. For me, there's just no way for Sundowns to bounce back because should Chiefs win, there'll be 6 points clear and 1 game in hand, and that
is with 5 or 6 games left in the season. That's far ahead. I have to say, I mean, maybe Stuart Baxter's trying to be a bit like Mourinho and keep telling everyone that his team's the little chicken or whatever in the title race. But yeah, I'm wondering what we'll see from Chiefs though. Will they be cautious or will they go for those 3 points? Because a draw will keep them ahead, but they might be left thinking if we could have won this.
I think Chiefs will be cautious because, I mean, it's just the way they play this season. And Sundowns have got themselves to blame to be in this position because look at the first few months of the season. They were leading and Chiefs were nowhere. And Sundowns were just leading right through until December. And that's when Chiefs won 9 games in a row. That's when they started to pick up.
Well, it's when I hit Sundowns with the curse of kickoff by writing in my Ed's letter. I think this time Sundowns will not wobble after Christmas and they'll win the league. And of course they've done everything possible to embarrass me. Until the last few weeks, they're starting to pick up again. And
look, Sundowns are in with a real shot. I think they've caught up nicely to the pace. And Chiefs, now that they're out of the Champions League, I mean, the league is all to play for. So they also won't hold back. I mean, the fact that they're 3 points ahead and a game in hand, that shouldn't be too much pressure on them. But also, if Sundowns do beat them, it'll give Sundowns that extra motivation to say, listen, we've taken it over Chiefs. We're 3 points behind, equal on level on games perhaps, and then I think it'll go down to the wire in the last game perhaps.
Yeah,
that'll be good for football, and it'll be good for me because then I'll look like I know what I'm talking about. But do you think that is going to happen? Can Sundowns do it? They've been playing better. They've been a little more dangerous in front of goal. The midfield has been mixed up, but is working. It's great to see Surprise can still do it. I mean, I'm really impressed with him. Zols, you just interviewed him
for me,
yesterday. Maybe fill us in a bit. And
look, I mean, for Sundowns, this is a win at all cost situation because there's just no ways. If it's a draw for them is not good enough, of course, a lose is just going to mean that they're out of contention. So if Sundowns win, that will put them in a very good position. And still, Chiefs still need to play Vets. And that game against Vets is going to be very difficult.
Always is.
It's never easy to beat a team coached by Kevin Hunt.
Sure.
And Nobo is playing very well. It's got a point to prove as well.
Sure.
So I think that's going to be a very, very difficult
good point.
game. But everything starts tomorrow against Sundowns.
But the thing is, we know Sundowns must win, but can they? Because you would expect the most. I mean, if I was putting money down, I'd probably think I should put money on a draw.
Look, both teams are scoring quite relatively easily lately. I think it'll be if both teams go out and attack, it'll be a high-scoring game. Otherwise, Sundowns might come in with a more careful approach because if they do lose, then you can basically say they're out of the title race. So they might come with a more defensive tactic.
The interesting thing is often when Sundowns play Chiefs, that defensiveness gets forgotten. Actually, the poll we've got on kickoff.com now, which is the most exciting. More people are voting for the Chiefs Sundowns fixture than the big derby fixture is the most exciting. Hopefully we'll see that again tomorrow. I think one big question is who will be in goals for Chiefs. Razor got kicked against Vita. Itu supposedly coming back, but it's not 100%. I mean, I think they're racing for it and they're hoping that Kuna's in goals, but it's not absolutely certain. I mean that'll be a big question. Who will be in goals?
I think they are going to risk Kune.
I think they will.
If Fraser is not fully recovered, I think they will risk Kune.
They'd probably.
I don't know if you guys have noticed it. I think the Chiefs under Stuart Baxter, they're not under pressure to entertain. They just get the job done.
They grind out for the result.
And fans are happy for a change. Fans are happy with that. Stuart Baxter's Chiefs just go out to the field, they get the job done, and that's it. Look at how they played in the Soweto Derby against Pirates. They scored a set piece, they defended very well, they were very solid, and that's it. And fans are happy. This is not like the days when Chiefs fans are. If Chiefs wins without entertaining, they'll be very upset. Now things have changed. Fans have accepted that the trophy is very important more than anything. And Stuart Baxter knows that tomorrow's game, even if they draw for them, that's good.
The fans are even being nasty on Carter these days.
Exactly.
So Chiefs, I think Chiefs go into the match without having a point to prove, because they've obviously got the momentum after winning the double last season. And then Sundowns are the ones who are really under pressure to show that they actually have what it takes to go all the way and challenge Chiefs to the end.
It's also a battle of coaches, because Stuart has shown he's a great man manager. You know, he got heavily criticised when he was Bafana coach. I don't think people realise how many things happened behind the scenes that worked against him. But any interview we do with a player, like I was editing an interview with Katsanda yesterday, you know, the players always speak highly of him, and how he coaches each one-on-one and encourages them and gives them fresh goals to attain. Katsanda was talking about how first he encouraged him just to get into the team. When he was there, he said, son, this is the chance I was talking about. Now I want you to add this to your game. Keep lifting players to the next level. And it's showing for him. We all know Pizza. Another guy got hammered when he was national coach. But he's no fool when it comes to coaching. And if anyone's a Mourinho in South Africa, it's Pizza with the mind games. I'm very interested to see how things play out between them. Will Pizza keep the same team that's been doing quite well? Will we see Cheeseboy on surprise again, which is very exciting? Kama Billiard. I was surprised when Dove Warme suddenly was on the bench, because I thought he was one of their best players in the first half of the season. So Sundowns have got a lot of personnel, injuries or not.
And player by player, Sundowns is far better than Chiefs. Look at Sundowns players.
If you look at individuals.
If you look at individuals, Sundowns players are quality. They're better than Chiefs.
So which individuals will do it now? That's the question.
They do have players who can rise to the occasion. They do.
Yeah.
Cheeseboy has got a point to prove. Dove Warme is playing very well. Kama Billiard is coming back from the injury. So they do have a players who can do very well.
And a fairly settled back four.
Exactly.
A solid back four. I mean, I think Alia Shit must be the most underrated player in the country. He is a hell of a good
and Mzikai Samashaba, I don't see him as a left back, but recently he's done very well. In the last 4 games, he's done.
Pitso has a knack for converting wingers into wing back, so it's played in his favour so far. So I think
What are the chances of Pizza's old favourite Killer having some say in tomorrow's match and in the title race?
The truth is, this is not Killer season. That's the sad truth. This is not Killer season.
Will we see more seasons from Killer?
Yeah.
Will we ever see the old Killer again?
You know what? I have a lot of question marks around Killer. I have too many. I think Baxter should stick to his usual strikers of Muson,
especially at this stage of the season.
And
one would,
well.
Sure.
You wanna go with whoever you have positivity, and I mean, you have to be confident that the guys will go out and do the job, instead of giving a player like Kilo, who's been on the fringes, and give him that opportunity to say maybe this will be the game he'll wake up and start.
I don't think Baxter's not the sort of coach to try and do a surprise move like that. The reason I'm asking that is it was interesting to see when Man City played Arsenal last weekend. Suddenly Clichy was back in the side, and I think Pellegrini's thinking he's going back to his old club. Fans give him stick. That's going to lift him. He's going to really give something. Not sure if Baxter thinks that way though, and it's maybe too risky.
But also the players as well. I mean, in Europe you see the players, they actually play for the fans, and for that they get that momentum from the atmosphere. I don't think so much. I don't think Killer would be able to use that to his advantage to say, okay, this is where I'll step up and.
I don't think Baxter will risk him as well.
Has Killer even got a longer future at Chiefs beyond the season? I mean, that's a question.
You know what? Next season is going to be decided for him. Next season is just to prove himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on whether Musona goes back to Germany or not.
Sure. And according to Bobby, that's still a few more weeks before we hear any news. Hoffenheim have some decent guys up front. I watched the 3-0 draw with Bayern Munich. Okay, Munich had relaxed. They'd won the league already. But I was looking at them and thinking, where would Naji fit in?
Yeah.
But talking about tomorrow's game, I think Sundowns will beat Chiefs.
Do you? How much?
I think Sundowns will win the game by 2-1 or 2-0.
Got to be sure. I got the last prediction right. Honours at stake.
But this time around, I think
2-1.
No, I'll give it to Sundowns. This one, Sundowns needs this game more than anything, because this is just a decider for them. I'll give this to them.
2-1 Sundowns.
I don't know. I think Chiefs will give Sundowns a good run because of the fact that they just missed out on the Champions League. They'll go into this game with more intention, and I don't know. Sundowns. I think Chiefs players have that edge in terms of saying, okay, last season this time we were in the same same situation, and we've got the upper hand. So I think Chiefs will take advantage of it, and I'll go with 2-1 for Chiefs.
So I obviously have to go for a draw then.
You don't have to.
Except for my own honour, from my Ed's letter, I have to. Sorry, Chiefs fans, I have to shout for Sundowns. My honour's at stake. But you know what? This is the kind of game where everyone's going for it. There's so much at stake, and in the end, it all just falls flat on a plateau. 1-1.
1-1 is a win for Chiefs.
It is. You know what? Damn it. We need the season to end on a high. I'm going for 1-0 for Sundowns. I think.
Tight finish.
Let's see. I wonder what the readers think.
Should be good. Looking forward to the fixture.